My child, my beloved, the moment you opened this, something in heaven shifted for you. An urgent call from Archangel Michael has just been sounded, and your name is shining at the very top. There is a stirring tonight within your home, in the very air around you, and Michael is not speaking softly, he is pleading, imploring you to truly listen within these next few moments. What is approaching is not by chance. It was sent by a force that never imagined you would receive this message in time. But the divine has a different intention. A sacred decree is being issued right now. That decree is for you to awaken your spiritual vision before the moment passes, because something unseen has been lingering near your doorway. And this time, it is not just a passing energy. It is a deliberate mission, assigned to your space, seeking to disturb your peace. But Archangel Michael has stepped in. He stands at your threshold, sword ablaze with celestial fire. He declares, "Tell my beloved, do not move, do not skip, do not question." This is a holy alert. Your name was just spoken in the council of heaven. For God has seen what was on its way, something that was never meant to touch you. Yet, there is a law in the spiritual realm, what you overlook can take root. So Michael is now raising his voice through this sacred channel. He says, "Just give me these next moments. If you do, I will restore what was lost." Tonight is not ordinary, my dear one. This night has been chosen for a spiritual encounter, because while you rested, a snare was being set for you. But the angels of the Most High were vigilant. A reversal has been prepared, but only if you respond. That is why this message arrived so suddenly. That is why it was blocked 3 times in the spiritual world before it reached you. Michael fought for this to be delivered into your hands. He knows your exhaustion. He knows the battles you have endured, one after another. But now the conflict has come to your doorstep, and you must be spiritually awake, for the adversary seeks to enter through a door left unguarded in your spirit. Yet, the moment you remain with this message, the moment you honor it, that door will be sealed, and the threat will pass you by. Just as the angel of death passed over the marked homes in Egypt, your dwelling can be marked tonight if you hold fast to this word. But if you turn away, you may miss the divine code meant to shield your household. This is not a tale. This is not mere drama. This is sacred intelligence from the throne of the Almighty. And Michael has but one command for you: open your heart now. Listen to every word. Do not hurry, for the attack is real, but so is the miracle. You have been chosen for this warning because your destiny is too precious to be stolen. The moment you accept this, the angel of breakthrough will be released. But if you treat this as mere entertainment, the protection pauses, and heaven does not wish for you to be vulnerable tonight. Listen with your spirit, my child. Someone with ill intent has just spoken your name. But they did not realize that heaven was listening. They did not know your angels have been tracking their every move. A plot was just revealed in the realm of light, and you must know, it nearly succeeded. That is why this message is urgent. That is why Archangel Michael is not whispering. He is commanding. He says, "Child of light, rise now." This is your divine security code. You were never meant to face this alone. That is why the angels are with you now. And as you take in these words, something is being unraveled in the spiritual realm. You cannot see it, but heaven is watching your response, for this is not just a warning. It is an invitation. An invitation to divine shelter, to supernatural reversal, to your next elevation. But first, you must heed this one command: do not stop. Do not doubt. And above all, do not turn away, for a message like this comes only once in a lifetime. Heaven will not repeat itself if the soul walks away. You are still here because your spirit recognizes this is not coincidence. You were marked for divine protection from the moment you were born. But recently, your shield has been under siege. Tonight is the final attempt of the adversary to slip in unnoticed. But he will not prevail if you activate this word. Michael says, this is not just a message. This is a sacred alarm. Let it ring in your heart. Now, beloved, if you feel it, speak this aloud: I will not sleep through my miracle. I will not ignore my angels. I will remain with this word, no matter what. As you declare this, the chains begin to loosen. The fear begins to dissolve, and the power of God flows into your home like a wave of fire and light. Before we journey deeper, subscribe now so you never miss another angelic message from heaven. If you are hearing this, it is not by accident. It is your divine rescue plan. Subscribe, for your next message may be the one that changes your future. Now, breathe, my beloved, for the next part will take you further. Heaven is about to reveal the face of the one who tried to block your joy, and the truth may surprise you. But the freedom that is coming will transform your entire household. Dearest one, there is something the heavens long for you to perceive with your inner sight right now. Someone has been observing your home, not with their eyes, but with their spirit. They do not come to your door in the physical world. Instead, they seek out the places where you feel most vulnerable. They do not wield weapons, they use quiet words, subtle suggestions. They nearly slipped through, but your guardian angel stood firm. Your angel took position at the very edge of your dwelling and proclaimed, not this one. Not tonight. Not ever again. But now, you must truly listen. This moment is a crossroads in the spirit. What you choose next will determine what is broken or what is allowed to enter. Michael says, I command you to remain, for if you do, I will reveal what has been hidden in plain sight. Yes, someone you once trusted became the opening for this attack, not by direct action, but through their envy, their bitterness, their words spoken in your absence. Their unresolved pain became a crack in your spiritual armor. The enemy found that opening. But do not let fear take root, my beloved. This is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. For while the attack was set in motion, heaven released something far greater, an angelic reversal, and your name is inscribed upon it. Tonight, Michael stands with a host of angels surrounding your home. They are stationed above your roof, guarding your doors, watching over your bed, your windows, your very walls. Yet, there is one chamber they cannot enter without your invitation, the chamber of your thoughts. That is where the adversary hoped to gain entry, not with a loud noise, but with a quiet suggestion: give up. Maybe you are not truly protected. Maybe this spiritual path is not real. Lies. Michael saw those whispers before they could reach your mind. This message is your divine shield, your mental safeguard. For when a lie is heard but not recognized, it can take root. But when heaven speaks truth into you before the lie arrives, you become immovable. That is the purpose of this message. It is preparing you, because within 8 hours of hearing these words, something will attempt to disturb your peace. Someone may say something unsettling. Someone may enter your home or send a message to your phone. And you will remember these words. This is not random. This was foreseen. God never sends a warning without a reason. And the reason now is clear: awaken the warrior within you. Michael is not only a comforter, he is a mighty defender. Tonight, he stands with his sword drawn, facing the very force that tried to invade your life without permission. You, my beloved, are never alone. Listen closely now. There is a knock approaching, not a physical one, but a spiritual one. It may come as a thought, a worry, a sense that something is about to change. The enemy will hope you speak words of doubt in that moment, but instead, you will speak words of faith. Say it now with your own breath: no weapon formed against my home shall succeed. I am covered. My family is protected. Heaven is watching over me tonight. Do you sense it? That weight lifting from your chest? That heaviness dissolving from your shoulders? That is not your imagination. That is the presence of your angel entering the room. He could not step in until you agreed with the message. Now he is here, standing behind you, sword in hand. Michael declares, this home is a fortress. This child will not fall. This night will end in victory. And now, something extraordinary is unfolding. A sacred scroll is being opened in the courts of heaven. Your name is written on the next miracle to be released. But there is one requirement. You must complete this message, for within these next lines, a spiritual exchange is hidden. Only those who finish will receive it. That is why so many turn away. That is why some messages never fully reach their destination. The adversary knows that if you finish reading, you finish bleeding, and the wound will be healed. So I ask you now, will you trust heaven enough to stay? Will you believe that this message is not for entertainment, but for deliverance? Deep within, you already know the answer, for your spirit is awake and your protection is growing stronger. Tonight, my beloved, you are not only being warned, you are being marked. Marked for blessing. Marked for favor. Marked for a transformation so profound that the next 48 hours will not resemble the last 48 years. Remain with me, for in the next part, Archangel Michael will reveal the very moment your name was placed into heaven's emergency scroll, and what will unfold in your home if you remain aligned. My child, my beloved, you are now entering the sacred heart of this message, a place few ever reach. And that is precisely why the blessing is hidden here. The adversary hoped you would be too distracted, too weary, too burdened to continue. But you have stayed, and that tells heaven everything it needs to know. You are ready. Listen with the fullness of your spirit. The scroll in heaven bearing your name was not opened by chance. It remained sealed until this very night. Only one voice was permitted to break its seal, Michael's. He stepped forward before the throne and declared, "This child has endured. This child has remained steadfast. This child must now be fully protected." And the Lord gave his word, "If they do not turn away from this message, I will rewrite what was destined to happen in their home." Yes, something had been scheduled. An event, a disruption, a sudden shift meant to unsettle your peace. It was already written by the adversary. But heaven is now tearing that script apart because you are in alignment, because your heart is open, because your spirit has said yes. There are nights when the battle is silent, but this is not one of those nights. This is a night of great movement in the spirit. You may even sense it, like something unseen is moving along the edges of your room. Do not be afraid. It is not what you think. It is heaven, positioning the blessing, releasing the reversal, marking your space. Archangel Michael is moving through your home now, from room to room. He is touching your bed and declaring rest. He is blessing your walls and proclaiming protection. He is placing angels at every window, leaving no corner uncovered. You will not lose this time, not your peace, not your sleep, not your joy, and not your breakthrough. Heaven has declared your home a sacred territory. Now, here is what you must do next. Speak these words aloud with conviction. My home belongs to God. My walls are surrounded by light. My windows are sealed with divine radiance. No darkness may cross this threshold. Did you feel that? That gentle shift, that sudden calm that wraps around you like a warm blanket? That is your confirmation. Michael has heard your declaration, and heaven has recorded it. You have just activated an angelic seal. Nothing that is not sent by heaven can enter your home now. But this is not the end. What comes next may astonish you. Someone you least expect will reach out to you within the next 48 hours. They may knock, call, send a message, or appear in person. But what matters is not their action, it is what they bring. They are either a vessel of blessing or a hidden snare. That is why this message is so important, for it will sharpen your discernment. You will sense it immediately. The moment they speak, your spirit will know, this is either my confirmation or my distraction. Heaven will grant you clarity, not confusion. You will no longer be swayed by emotions. You will be led by the fire of truth. Michael is sending the fire of discernment into your space. No more confusion. No more spiritual blindness. You will see through disguises. You will recognize when a voice is false. You will hear the truth, even when it is cloaked in flattery. This is what it means to be spiritually awake. You do not just see angels, you see assignments. You perceive what lies behind words. You sense what is hidden behind a smile. You feel what is beneath a touch. And you will never walk blindly into a trap again, because you have been trained, because heaven now trusts you. But this wisdom came at a cost. Your tears were not wasted. Your lonely nights did not go unnoticed. Michael was there, recording every cry. Tonight, heaven is redeeming those tears, transforming pain into prophecy, turning silence into sudden breakthrough, and heartbreak into holy alignment. My beloved, you are about to enter a season where things will move so swiftly, it will feel like a dream. Doors will open before you even ask. Answers will arrive before you voice the question. Provision will come before the need arises. But all of this begins here, with this message, with this night, and with your choice to remain awake when others slept. Your home has been chosen. You have been sealed. The adversary is furious, but powerless, for your angels are vigilant tonight. Now breathe, my beloved. The battle is already being won. My child, my beloved, you are still here. And that means more than you can imagine in the spiritual realm. With every moment you remain, your covering grows stronger. Each second you listen, your home is shifting, not in the physical, but in the spirit. The very air around you feels lighter now, doesn't it? As if a burden you didn't even realize you were carrying is beginning to dissolve. This is not a coincidence. This is not your imagination. This is confirmation. You have entered the part of the message where chains begin to break. Michael has just whispered, they stayed. Now I can reveal what was hidden. So I must share this with you. There was someone who spoke against you 3 nights ago. They did not say your name aloud, but their heart sent out energy toward you. Their jealousy reached your spiritual field and tried to block your next blessing. But that is when Michael drew his sword and declared, no more. Heaven does not allow darkness to touch a chosen soul without permission. And in your case, no permission was given. But you needed to be warned, because even though the attack did not strike you, it came close. If this message had not reached you in time, if you had scrolled past it like so many others, that darkness might have found a way in. But now, it is sealed. You are surrounded. Your home is being marked from above. There are angels circling your roof right now, unseen by the eye, but undeniable to the spirit. They are singing songs of deliverance over you. You may not hear it with your ears, but your soul recognizes the melody. That is why your breathing has changed. That is why your heart is no longer racing. The spiritual warfare that was swirling around you has just been silenced. And the reason is simple. You did not ignore the call from heaven. You honored the message. You stayed present. And now, the presence of God is remaining with you, my beloved. But there is still more to reveal. While Michael was guarding you from the front, something else was trailing behind, a shadow from your past. A memory that clings, a voice that whispers you deserve the pain. But heaven rejects that lie. Michael saw that shadow and chased it away. Right now, as you breathe, that shadow is being cut from your path. You own nothing to your past. You do not have to carry guilt for surviving. You do not need to apologize for your healing. You do not have to explain why you were chosen, because you simply are. Tonight is your evidence. You were chosen for preservation, for protection, for peace. But now, you are being chosen for something even greater, something so extraordinary it may feel overwhelming. You are being chosen to carry a sacred favor. Not just any favor, but a favor so unique, so swift, that others may question how it found you. But you will not need to explain, for when God moves, He does not ask for permission. And when Michael stands guard, no hand can interfere. Your favor is being unlocked now. Step by step, your next financial breakthrough is already in motion. Your next spiritual elevation is already unfolding. The person who will support your soul is already being shown your name in dreams. But you must continue to walk in awareness, for the adversary is restless. He thought you would never reach this part of the message. He thought you would scroll away, laugh, and leave. But you remained. And now, heaven is rejoicing, because the trap set for you tonight has been reversed. The enemy is falling into the very net he prepared for you. The curse is being turned back. The energy sent against you is returning sevenfold to its source. And your home remains covered, protected, and sealed by angelic command. You may even feel a warmth in your chest right now. That is not random. That is Michael confirming this word. He is touching your heart so you will know, this is real. You are not alone, not in this room, not in this hour, not in this battle. You have been chosen to overcome. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what is being released over your home in the next 24 hours. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. And above all, stay open. Because as you reach the end of this message, you will feel a release so deep, you will know the night is no longer dark. You will sense the shift in your space. You will know the angels are still standing guard. And you will realize your home has become a holy place. My child, my beloved, you have reached the part that few ever touch. This is where the scroll becomes personal. This is where Archangel Michael speaks directly to you, not just as a messenger, but as your guardian. Quiet your thoughts now. Listen with your spirit, for what is about to be spoken will shift something deep within you. Michael says, "My beloved, I have walked beside you since your first breath. You may not have seen me, but I have stood in the shadows behind every danger. I was there when you almost gave up, when no one else knew. I stood between you and every accident that tried to end your journey early. I whispered to you as you slept. I fought battles you never even knew were assigned to your family line. But tonight, I speak aloud. This is your final warning before a new beginning. There is something hiding in your home, not under the bed, not behind the curtains, but in the very atmosphere, in the energy. It is a lingering fear, a spiritual residue that has followed you from place to place. It comes from grief, betrayal, and old words spoken over you by those who never understood your destiny. And now, it must be removed. There is no more time. Heaven is ready to cleanse the space you live in. But there is a secret instruction, so simple, most overlook it. If you follow it tonight, your entire spiritual atmosphere will be reset. Michael says, do not light a candle. Do not burn incense. Simply speak. Yes, that is all. Just speak. Stand in the center of your room, or wherever you are right now. Lift your gaze toward the heavens and declare these words with your heart. I proclaim this house is sacred ground. All darkness must depart. I welcome only light, only love, only the presence of heaven. Archangel Michael, stand at my threshold. God, fill every room with your breath. This home is sealed by holy fire. So it is. That is all it takes. But that single act of obedience unlocks something immense, because this is not about ritual, it is about agreement. When your voice aligns with heaven, the earth must respond. Your environment will shift. Even your sleep will be different tonight. You will not toss and turn as before. You will not feel watched in your own home. You will not hear strange sounds and wonder if it is just the wind, because something will have left, and something divine will have entered. God is sending peace, true peace. Peace that does not come from possessions. Peace that does not depend on people. Peace that quiets the room and makes your heart feel safe again. Yes, safe. Perhaps you have not felt truly safe in years, but that safety returns now, because Michael has heard your silent prayers, and heaven is answering with presence. But here is what may surprise you. After you speak those words, within the next 24 hours, you may notice something unusual. Someone in your life may suddenly become distant. They may withdraw, stop responding, or even start an argument for no clear reason. Do not chase after them. Do not question why. This cleansing is not only for your home, it is for your circle. Spiritual cleansing brings spiritual pruning. Some people cannot remain in the purified atmosphere that heaven is creating around you. They were connected to the energy you just commanded to leave. Let them go. Do not be afraid, for what departs after this prayer was never meant to stay, and what enters after this moment was always part of your divine promise. Now breathe, my child. Let this truth settle deep within you. You are finally safe. You are finally seen. And heaven is finally declaring your miracle out loud. The night that was meant for sorrow has been reassigned for testimony. The dark cloud that hovered above you has been swept away by angel wings. The unsettling energy in your home has been replaced with holy fire. You are now a bearer of light. Your house is no longer just a shelter, it is a throne room, a place where angels walk freely, a place where miracles can happen without delay, a place where you will no longer cry yourself to sleep in silence. Joy is being poured like oil into every corner of your space. And the oil never runs dry when heaven pours it. You are protected. And more than that, you are claimed. You belong to God, and everything you possess is now under His hand. Michael stands at your front door now. He turns to the other angels and says, "This house is now off limits to every shadow. Mark it. Guard it. Surround it with fire until the morning. Now rest, my child, but do not disconnect yet, for in the next part, heaven will reveal the exact moment the shift will occur and the number to watch for in your dreams tonight. Yes, you will be given a sign. And if you see it, you will know your miracle is arriving right on time. My child, my beloved, tonight is not only about protection, it is about realignment. What was out of balance in your spirit is being brought back into divine order. You may not feel the full shift all at once, but you will begin to notice the signs, starting with the time. Yes, heaven will confirm your alignment through a number. Michael is assigning a number to your dream tonight, or to your clock, or to a notification on your phone. When you see it, pause and pray, for that number is your divine alert. It may be 1144, or 333, or 717. Each one carries a unique message. When it appears, it means your miracle is entering your timeline, not delayed, not denied, but delivered. Heaven uses time not to punish, but to whisper. Tonight, the clock will speak. Even your dreams may change. You may feel as if you are flying, or see a door opening, or find yourself standing in your childhood home again. That is not just memory, it is spiritual language. God is showing you where you were wounded so He can restore you. Heaven is walking you backward in sleep so it can move you forward in power. And Michael will be there in your dream. Yes, he walks through dreams as well. He appears as protection, as fire, as the one who blocks the intruder. Do not fear your dreams, they are instructions in disguise. If you write them down when you awaken, you will unlock secrets more quickly than those around you. God is not playing with your destiny. You have waited too long. You have cried too many tears. You have lost too many nights. Now heaven says, enough. Now it is time to rebuild, not from nothing, but from grace. You will not have to struggle to find love again. Love will find you. You will not have to chase after money as before. It will come seeking your light, because the angels have already gone ahead of you. They are preparing meetings, conversations, and encounters. To others, it may look like coincidence, but you will know it is Michael's hand arranging every detail. You will say, I just happened to be there at the right time. I wasn't even planning to go, but I did. I never thought they would reach out after all this time. That is not luck. That is divine movement. And it begins tonight, because heaven is finished allowing delays. But you must hold one thing close: do not open your door to doubt again. Do not let fear become your guest. Do not let bitterness take up space in your heart. Your home is now a temple. And temples do not entertain shadows. Temples carry glory. And that is what you are now, a living, breathing temple of glory. That is why everything feels different. That is why the atmosphere around you has shifted. That is why you feel a calmness, even as you listen to these words. The Holy Spirit is not just near, He is resting in the room with you. He brings answers. He brings restoration. He brings power. You will notice yourself speaking differently now. You will move with new confidence. You will stop over-explaining yourself. You will no longer dim your light to make others comfortable. You will not shrink when others feel threatened by your anointing, because now you are marked. Heaven sees you, and so does the adversary. But now, the adversary is the one who is afraid, because you have been activated. You did not skip this message. You did not scroll away. You did not laugh and dismiss it. You listened, and heaven always rewards attention. That is why you will begin to see unusual favor, discounts you never asked for, gifts you did not expect, apologies you never thought you would receive, and a peace you never imagined possible. All of this is because you stayed. And now, Michael says, seal this moment with faith. Speak it aloud once more: I am protected. My home is guarded. I will not fear. The angels are watching over me tonight. Right now, they are standing silently, but with great strength, waiting only for your agreement to move. So remain gentle, remain surrendered, and stay in position. The greatest part of this message is still unfolding. Tonight, as you rest, you may notice the air in your room feels lighter, as if a gentle breeze is moving through. That is the presence of angels, clearing away the last remnants of heaviness. You may sense a warmth in your chest, a tingling in your hands, or a sudden urge to smile for no reason. These are signs that the spiritual atmosphere has shifted. The old energy has been swept away, and a new, holy presence has filled your space. You may find that your dreams are more vivid, more meaningful. Pay attention to the symbols, the numbers, the faces that appear. Heaven is communicating with you in ways that go beyond words. If you wake in the night and remember a detail, write it down. These are not ordinary dreams, they are messages, blueprints, and confirmations sent directly from the divine. In the coming days, you will notice that people respond to you differently. Some will be drawn to your light, seeking your wisdom and comfort. Others may distance themselves, unable to remain in the presence of your new vibration. Do not be troubled by this. It is simply the natural result of your spiritual elevation. Those who are meant to walk with you will remain. Those who are not will gently fade away. You will also find that opportunities begin to appear where there were once only obstacles. Doors that were closed will open with ease. Conversations that once felt strained will flow effortlessly. Solutions will present themselves before you even realize there was a problem. This is the favor of God at work in your life, orchestrated by the hands of angels. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Michael and his legion are with you, guiding your steps, protecting your path, and ensuring that every promise spoken over your life comes to fulfillment. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, ancestors, and guides who celebrate your courage and your faith. As you move forward, keep your heart open and your spirit attuned to the gentle nudges of the divine. Trust that every delay was a setup for a greater blessing. Believe that every disappointment was a redirection toward something better. Know that every tear you shed was seen and counted, and now, joy is returning to you in abundance. Let gratitude be your song. Let hope be your anchor. Let love be your guide. For you are walking in a new season, a season marked by miracles, breakthroughs, and divine encounters. And as you continue to listen, know that the final part of this message will reveal the last piece of your spiritual instruction, a key that will unlock the fullness of your blessing and ensure that the protection, favor, and peace you have received tonight will remain with you always. My beloved, as you reach this final part, know that you have crossed a threshold few ever do. This is where the message becomes a living promise, where Archangel Michael speaks not just to your mind, but directly to your soul. Quiet your thoughts and open your heart, for what is about to be revealed will anchor you in divine certainty. Michael says, "My precious one, I have walked beside you since your first breath. Though you may not have seen me, I have stood in the shadows, guarding you from dangers unseen. I was there in the moments you nearly gave up, when no one else noticed your struggle. I stood between you and every threat that tried to end your journey before its time. I whispered to you in your sleep. I fought battles you never even knew were assigned to your family line. But tonight, I speak clearly. This is your final warning before a new dawn. There is something lingering in your home, not hidden in corners, but woven into the very air, a residue of old fears, grief, and words spoken by those who never understood your destiny. This energy has followed you from place to place, but now, it must be cleared. Heaven is ready to purify the space you live in, to restore your sanctuary. The instruction is simple, yet powerful. Michael says, you do not need rituals or objects. You need only your voice. Stand where you are, lift your heart to the sky, and declare. This house is holy ground. All darkness must depart. I welcome only light, only love, only the presence of heaven. Archangel Michael, stand at my door. God, fill every room with your breath. This home is sealed by divine fire. So it is. That moment of obedience unlocks a mighty shift. It is not about ritual, but about agreement. When your voice aligns with heaven, the earth must respond. Your environment will change. Your sleep will be peaceful. You will no longer feel watched or unsettled in your own home. The old energy will be gone, and a new, sacred presence will fill your space. Within the next 24 hours, you may notice people around you acting differently. Some may distance themselves, some may leave without explanation. Do not chase after them. This is spiritual pruning. Those who cannot remain in the new atmosphere were never meant to stay. Let them go with peace, for what leaves now was never part of your divine promise, and what enters is aligned with your destiny. Breathe deeply, my child. Let this truth settle into your bones. You are safe. You are seen. Heaven is declaring your miracle openly. The night that was meant for sorrow has been transformed into a night of testimony. The heaviness that once filled your home has been replaced by angelic fire. You are now a vessel of light, and your home is a sanctuary where angels dwell and miracles are born. Michael stands at your door, turning to the angels and commanding, "This house is now off limits to every shadow. Guard it. Surround it with fire until the morning. Rest now, but remain connected, for heaven will soon reveal the exact moment your shift will occur and the sign to watch for in your dreams." Tonight is not only about protection, but about realignment. What was out of balance in your spirit is being restored. You may not feel the full shift immediately, but you will notice the signs, beginning with the time. Heaven will confirm your alignment through a number. Michael is assigning a number to your dream, your clock, or a message you receive. When you see it, pause and pray, for it is your divine alert. Whether it is 1144, 333, or 717, each number carries a message. Your miracle is arriving, not delayed, not denied, but delivered. Heaven uses time to whisper, not to punish. Tonight, the clock will speak. Your dreams may shift, you may feel as if you are flying, see doors opening, or find yourself in places from your past. These are not just memories, but spiritual messages. God is showing you where you were wounded so He can restore you. Heaven is guiding you through your dreams, and Michael will be there, appearing as protection, as fire, as the one who blocks every intruder. Do not fear your dreams, they are instructions in disguise. Write them down when you wake, for they hold secrets and guidance for your journey. You have waited long enough. You have cried enough tears. You have endured enough nights of uncertainty. Now, heaven says, it is time to rebuild, not from nothing, but from grace. Love will find you. Provision will seek you out. The angels have gone ahead, preparing meetings, conversations, and encounters. What looks like coincidence to others is the hand of Michael arranging your path. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time, saying, "I never expected this blessing, but it found me." This is not luck, it is divine orchestration. And it begins now, for heaven is done allowing delays. Guard your heart. Do not open your door to doubt. Do not let fear or bitterness take up residence in your spirit. Your home is now a temple, and temples do not entertain shadows, they radiate glory. You are a living temple of glory. That is why you feel different. That is why peace has settled over you. The Holy Spirit is not just near, He is resting with you, bringing answers, restoration, and power. You will speak with new authority, move with new confidence, and shine your light without apology. You are marked, and heaven sees you. The adversary sees you too, but now he is the one who trembles, for you have been activated. Because you listened, because you stayed, you will see favor, blessings, and peace that surpasses understanding. Michael says, seal this moment with faith. Say it aloud, I am protected. My home is guarded. I will not fear. The angels are watching over me tonight. Remain open, remain surrendered, and stay in alignment. The greatest part of your story is just beginning. Heaven is with you, and you are never alone.